So, this guy, Creaky Blinder.
Blinder? That's not exactly the best start.
Did a reaction video to my video. Here's his thumbnail. His video is titled, "This has to be the dumbest flat earth argument ever." Okay? And when I'm done with this video, we'll see who the dummy is there, Creaky.
I'm sure we will, and I, for one, can't wait for you to show us again that you don't understand anything.
Shut up and sit down, you big bald f***.
Please subscribe. No, that's it. P-brane, over to you.
Just recently, I put out a killer spinning ball earth debunked video called Double Debunk, Debunking the Fake Foucault Pendulum and the Fake Spinning Ball Earth in one video.
And I responded to that video because everything in it was completely wrong. So why would your response to my response be any different? You proved the first time you don't understand physics. There's no need to do it again.
In the video, I make the case that the Foucault pendulum has to be a trick.
Why does it have to be a trick? Is it because you can't explain how it would work on a flat Earth? Well, you can't explain how anything would work on a flat Earth because the Earth isn't flat.
If the Foucault pendulum were real, they're showing that the ground would, in fact, have to rotate out from under the free-moving pendulum. Two separate reference frames, right?
But that's like saying a treadmill is a magic trick because the floor moves while you stay in one spot. It's not a separate frame of reference, it's just how physics works. The pendulum swings in a fixed path while the Earth rotates beneath it. It's not a movie special effect, it is literally just a heavy ball on a long wire. And flat earthers not understanding how something works does not make it fake.
I'm saying, if that is in fact real, then a drone hovering at 45 degrees north latitude over the left-turning ground at, say, 500 miles per hour would also have to witness the ground turning out from under it.
But by this logic, if you threw a coin up inside a plane, it should fly out of your hand and hit the back of the cabin at 500 miles per hour. And since we never see snacks and coins becoming lethal bullets every time a plane takes off, we know he's wrong. The drone, the air, and the ground are all moving together. It's called an inertial frame. When the drone lifts up, it keeps the speed it had on the ground. It doesn't just stop and wait for the Earth to zoom away. Mr. P-brane thinks the atmosphere is a giant treadmill that the drone just stepped off.
And we'd have to see the drone move away at an exponential rate to the southeast as the turning ground moves more and more to the north.
Now, in reality, I could have just responded to this video by saying, try that again, but this time you've got to include the atmosphere, because without including the atmosphere, everything else you've said is absolutely wrong. Everything is moving with the Earth, including the atmosphere and your drone.
With this video, we'll see who the dummy is there, Creaky. It's Creaky Blinder.
I'm the dummy? Well, okay, Mr. Brane. You could at least learn how to say my name properly. Have you ever heard of anybody going blind when they lose their vision? It's Creaky Blinder. It's a play on words and a nod to the Peaky Blinders, my favorite TV show.
So when I play the clip of Creaky teaching us about Newton's first law, remember that I said this: moving east on, say, 45 degrees north latitude, relative to the surface of the ball Earth, is a turn to the left.
And you remember that I said this: what about the atmosphere? Now, I know he's used to talking to people who don't even notice the atmosphere conveniently going missing from his argument, but that won't work here. We are not that gullible. He leaves the atmosphere out on purpose because he knows it absolutely nukes his theory. The atmosphere rotates with the Earth, and since the drone is inside that atmosphere, there's no issue at all. And when I say we, I should clarify, I am definitely not including flat earthers in that particular we.
Okay, that's you moving east on 45 degrees north latitude, or just by standing still on the east rotating fake ball Earth is also a turn. Kind of like if you're standing on a merry-go-round. The merry-go-round's turning, you could just be standing still and you're doing a circle.
Come on, stop winding us up. There's no way you think that because you can see a turn on a basketball, the same thing happens to a drone on the actual planet we live on. It's like using a glass of water to explain how the oceans work. Now, I tell you what, I've just had a brilliant idea. Let's start the trend, shall we? Ready? Join in, everybody. 1, 2, 3... What about the atmosphere, dumbass? And we all know you're going to see this video, and I'll say this now as clearly as I possibly can. Unless you address the atmosphere in your next response, you might just as well have published 2 videos and called them I'm P-brane, and I have no clue what I'm talking about, even though that's what your first 2 videos have already been, just without that title.
Right? There's a centripetal force, the merry-go-round. You're standing on that centripetal force. Or you can have the merry-go-round not moving, and you can walk around or run around or drive around that circular merry-go-round, and you also have the same force if you're doing the same speed, whether the merry-go-round's moving or you're moving on the circular path.
He's technically right about the physics there, but he's forgetting one tiny detail. Scale. No, make that 2 details, like the other one's the atmosphere. On a playground ride, you feel the pull because the circle is small. On Earth, that circle is 24,000 miles around. Now, I would say you're comparing apples to oranges, but it's not even that. You are comparing a child's ball to a planet. Aren't you embarrassed by being this wrong? I know I would be.
All latitudes except for the equator are a turn. You turn to the left in the northern hemisphere and to the right in the southern. The only latitude you go straight on is the equator.
On a globe, straight means following a path called a great circle. Every direction you face is straight. And what are these southern and northern hemispheres you spoke of? How do those work on a flat Earth? Or was that just another flat Earth oopsie?
So keep that in mind when you hear Creaky give us his version of Newton's first law of motion.
It's not my version of Newton's first law, though, is it? It's reality lining up with Newton's first law of motion. That's the part you seem to be struggling with. Well, one of the parts anyway. Newton's first law says that an object will keep doing what it's already doing. If it's sitting still, it stays still. You know, like it would if it were hovering slightly above the ground, for example. If it's moving, it keeps moving. And anyway, Newton's first law is about how objects move, not the shape of the rock we live on. It works the same way in a square room, a round car, or on a giant rotating sphere. So technically speaking, all it's doing for you is showing everybody that you're completely clueless.
As per Newton's first law of motion, an object in motion will tend to stay in motion at a constant speed and in a straight line. And it shoots off in a straight line and it'll head to the equator.
Let me think about that for a second. Didn't need it. The drone's already moving east at 500 plus miles per hour because it was sat on the ground. And when it lifts off, Newton's law says that it will keep moving east at 500 plus. Got you. I can see what confused you now. The point I was making in that video is the same point I'm making in this video. You are forgetting to include the atmosphere in your argument. If the Earth were moving east at 500 miles per hour, which it isn't, it's wrong at 45 degrees anyway. It would be 733 miles an hour, but I'll stick with 500 to dumb it down enough that hopefully even flat earthers like you will be able to understand it. But what I was explaining is that if the drone took off, it would still be doing that same 500 miles per hour, like the Earth, like the atmosphere. So you can call me a clown, you can say whatever you like about me, I don't care. It still doesn't mean I'm wrong and you were right. It just makes you look like an idiot because I always try to explain things in as simple a way as I can think of, and you still don't understand that everything moves together. Or you do understand that and you're just a liar like pretty much every other flat earth clown.
No, Creaky, Newton's law does not say it's going to keep moving east at 500 miles per hour. So you're saying that Newton says an object in motion will tend to stay in motion at a constant speed and in a turn. No, that's not what it says.
Now, this may shock you, but I agree. Newton's first law doesn't mention turns, and it mentions changes in direction, but it doesn't mention turns in the... I'll get to my point shortly. The fact that you've brought up turns shows everyone who's seen these videos that you're wrong in almost every possible way. Where exactly is this turn you keep mentioning? Now, it's cute that you think this is some sort of smoking gun for a flat earth, but in reality, it's just a perfect demonstration of your complete lack of understanding of Newton's first law. And the problem is you're either too stupid to realize you're wrong, or, like I've already said, you're a liar who's misrepresenting said law.
Says, an object in motion will tend to stay in motion at a constant speed and in a straight line.
Well, that's not exactly how it goes, but for now it's close enough. Now, the only reason you've claimed that I'm wrong about Newton's first law is because you've put this magic turn in there that doesn't happen. Let me ask you this. When a basketball player gets the ball and spins it or rotates it on the end of his fingertip, is the basketball turning left if it's spinning east? I'll even help you with the answer. No, it's not. And it would be really stupid to claim otherwise. So why can't we just apply the same logic to the Earth? It's the same shape.
Creaky, so I have a question for you. Do you understand that Newton's law says that things stay in a straight line?
Yes, I understand Newton's first law, but you clearly don't, and that's why we're here now. Everyone can see it, so why can't you? There is no turn. Nobody is turning left.
So then you think that 45 degrees north is a straight line?
Oh, brilliant. If you didn't get it in the first video, this one's definitely not cracking the skull either, is it? No one is claiming it's a straight line. I know I've used the word straight, but it's only flat earthers that think it's an actual straight line. It's sort of straight, but on a sphere, that's spherical geometry. They're called great circle routes, pal. Planes use them. Ships use them. Basically everyone except the people insisting the Earth is a magical space frisbee.
That you traverse that straight, you don't turn your wheel left or right relative to the surface of the ground?
How am I meant to answer that? This guy is clearly just a complete moron.
Is that what you're saying? And I clearly showed you that they're all a turn.
No, it's not what I'm saying, it's what you were saying.
No, it's not a turn. It goes straight, and straight takes it on a great circle, because once it lifts off the ground, it loses friction, still has the momentum, and now gravity takes over. Gravity causes things to move in a straight line, you know, like orbits. So, yeah, I'm just curious. Are you going to correct this? Are you going to admit you got Newton's law wrong? And if you did, well then, you're just admitting that the drone would take off in a straight line. I think you're in a bit of a pickle there, Mr. Creaky.
Gravity is literally the thing that pulls objects away from a straight line of motion. And orbits are never straight, you muppet. That's why the moon stays with us instead of, you know... Look, it doesn't matter. You've got so much wrong in that last sentence, I could make a video about it. Don't worry, I'm not going to. This guy's voice is making me want to fall asleep. There are probably death row inmates with a more positive outlook on life. If you enjoyed this video, this is the one he's responding to. Don't forget to like the smash button and subscribe if you're new, and I'll see you again next week. Love you. Bye.